What's up, my Creepers? Creeperplanks going on here, and welcome back to Creeperplanks Survives. Now, in the last episode, we made some significant progress on the custom biome, and also, it was a resounding yes to put my shaders back on, so, here they are. You're welcome. So, yeah, we made some significant progress with the custom biome in the last episode, but, I was talking to some friends of mine and also experimenting with the new snapshot and the cherry blossom blocks, and I've realized it's best if I just wait for the actual 1.20 Trails and Tales update to come out to complete the biome. Now listen, I know a lot of you are going to start booing me, but hear me out. It looks so much better with the actual pink petals. Okay. And I was also talking to another one of my friends, and they said, hey, instead of using crimson buttons for the mushrooms, you could just use small amethyst clusters. I was just like, I was thinking about that. I wasn't sure about it, but we messed around with it a little bit, and we did find that yes, amethyst clusters work really well for purple mushrooms, so nice. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Well, anyway, we're not gonna be continuing with this base until the 1.20 update comes out, and I apologize, that's just how things go sometimes. You start a project and then realize a certain block would be better with it, so you wait till that update comes out. If it weren't for the new 1.20 update, I'd already be working on it. Yep. If it weren't for them introducing the cherry blossom biome, your boy would already be on it. There is no small amethyst clusters in here, they're all giant. So a plan that I've had for this world for a long time is connecting the bases together. Wow. And of course we have the nether hub, but even the nether hub needs to be... I just smacked my microphone, I apologize. Even the nether hub needs to be renovated right now. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. Starting this project has caused another problem where it's something else I need to finish, and it's just going to be lingering in the back of my mind and probably demotivate me to keep playing. But we're not going to talk about it, okay? We're just going to leave it be until the 1.20 update comes, and then when it's here, we'll use those nice pretty pink blocks and we'll put them everywhere. We're going to go back to the very start of the series, back to the starter base, and form up some connections to the farming district and the dwarven kingdom, and we're also going to build stuff on top of the dwarven kingdom to make it look like, hey, there's actually a place here. And we're also somehow, god, my voice keeps cracking, we're going to somehow figure out how to cover up the farming district. Yeah, it's gonna be a huge process. And then we've also got to connect to over here, and we've got to decorate that village where our villagers are currently at. Then we got to make a path coming to here and blah blah blah. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of plans that I have written down, just I have not started on them yet or elaborated with you all what those plans are, because they've just been in the back of my mind, and I'm just like, okay, one project's done, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next, go to the next, and I haven't focused on the in-between stuff like I should have. So that's my bad. Okay, I've gone and made us a flat area to work with, and I even decorated underneath the waves, but you probably can't see it all that well because shaders. Woo! Anyway, this is where we are going to be working and building up a dock for boats to come in and out of. And I'm probably going to build a boat right under there if I can fit one. Yeah, probably not. That means I'm either going to have to raise up the bridge a little bit or create a whole new river going around this side to connect up to here. But I really like this river over here because of the way it winds and weaves with the landscape. But I don't want to raise up these bridges, so I think we know what the answer is here. I want there to be a fishing town, not over here. Probably over here, and I want it to be somewhere over here because I want it to be close to the ocean. And then if you keep flying this way, obviously there is our Dwarven Kingdom entrance. There's going to be a lot more decoration up here. The docks are going to expand up here, and there's even going to be 3 boats with a warden on one of them. I have a lot of plans. I have written down a bunch of plans, but yeah. Also for our mob farm over here, you may have noticed that fence sticking out of the water is still there. That is going to have to go, because I'm going to replace that with a buoy. That right there, that's going to be replaced with a buoy. Okay, I've been getting some work done, and the layout of the docks is pretty much done. I'm going to have 3 boats in the port, and I'm going to have one going down the river over here, probably near the end, like right there, going towards the fishing village. And I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. With all this dock space and the ports as big as they are, shouldn't you have more than just one house in the area? And that's where this brilliant plan from the past comes in. There's a village up there. We're gonna connect the road that's over there all the way up to there, finally. And we're probably gonna transform that in the future. That might be a future project. Okay. I've done some more work, some more construction if you will, and I think it's looking pretty good so far. It's getting there. We've just got to add 3 boats in there now. Am I looking forward to it? No. But do I got to do it? Yeah. It got loud because it got hot. Anyway, I realized that I want to use mangrove wood for the boats as well as the fishing village, but I have no idea where a mangrove forest is, so we're gonna go find one. I wish it weren't raining so that way I could, you know, see. That's not it. Wait, is this it? This is a... This is the tiniest mangrove swamp I've ever seen.
I can't believe you've done this.
Why? Of course, that would be my luck. Are you serious? If that's it, I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna go mad in the fish tank.
What?
Oh. Here we go. Let's go. Even bigger mangrove swamp. I knew it. Okay. After flying out of the mangrove forest and after it stopped raining, I just gotta show you all this. We went from finding... I'm too close to my microphone, I'm sorry. We went from finding probably the tiniest mangrove swamp there is to the largest mangrove swamp I have ever seen. And I've only seen about 3. And then there's just this in the middle of all of it. That's kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. Like a huge mangrove swamp just surrounding a savanna biome. That's cool. Like, look at this. That is huge, massive. It's cool. I really like the mangrove swamp, especially areas like this. I just gotta dive down here and show you all this. Like this, if you take a boat through this is just so immersive and so pretty. One sec, let me just... Wow, now that's a screenshot. Okay, so I've built the first boat at the dock, and it is morning. That's why the shadows are moving like that. Hello, Mr. Sun. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Anyway, I've built the first little boat in the dock, and I think it looks great. But I would like to build a bigger boat design over here. Now, of course, this is not my own boat design, as I am terrible at building vehicles. Gold Robin is the person who this comes from, so thank you very much, Gold Robin, for the helpful design. I think this fits the build style of the fishing village I'm going to do up there very well, and I've swapped out the acacia wood for some mangrove wood because I think it looks a lot better. And also because, again, this is going to be the build palette that we use for the fishing village. Ignore the arrows on me, but the second boat is done. And it's looking pretty good. I like this houseboat. This is by another person. This is by Mia Bloom. I like it. I like the look of it, and I think, again, it fits the style that I'm gonna be going with for the fishing village. This is like the main boat of the village. I see this boat as the head of the fleet, like the main boat. There's only one of this boat, so you can tell it's of importance, and it's out here. Why? Because they needed a lot of hands over here helping get resources and whatnot, because they have a warden on the way. Excuse me, what? Illegal? Homie, that's not... Did he move? What's going on? What happened? Where'd he go? Is he just... Oh no! Alright gamers, I've made significant progress yet again. I built 2 wagons, and I laid out the path, and I also did some other things. I added some life to the docks because it felt very barren. I originally built that one over there, and then I built this one, and if you're wondering where this design is from, I am too. Bruh. It was a post I saw on Pinterest a while ago because I like to go on Pinterest and look at stuff or artwork to inspire me for my own artwork, and also use it as reference and stuff like that. And I also find some good building tips and tricks on there. And I found this design a while ago and wanted to use it, and I built it in a creative world, and then I lost the post. I have no idea where it is, so if you can find it, please tell me who made this, because it is a really good wagon. Probably one of my favorites that I've ever built. We've also got a new banner over here. Nice. It's a sunset over that wait, no, that one. Sorry. So you got the green, then you got the light gray. I think it looks good. I think that represents this area very well, because you got a mountain there, or a hill. You got a hill there. You got a hill there, and then more off over there. I added some campfires to the boats to create a little more movement. I mean, the banners and the lanterns are already creating movement, but just that little bit helps a lot more. And I've also added on this boat a little rock. This one's also pushed a little further back because that one is already super close. This boat over here sniffing the dock like... How cool does that look? That looks so much better out there. And it actually serves a purpose. It lets me know where my mob farm is, as well as helping out with navigation, because there's of course a hazard there for the boats, a bubble column, that could capsize this boat. No, sorry, the boat I'm standing on. Not really, but, you know, it's a fantasy world. We can make story. It's just a simple little build. Didn't take that long, but it adds so much just being there. And of course this isn't my own design, because again, I am bad at vehicles and just small designs that look elegant like that. I'm trying to get better at smaller details and stuff like that. Something I've struggled with for a while, as well as making a place feel alive and filling an empty space with stuff, and I feel like I've done pretty good here, you know? But this comes from Mr. Mirror. It is an amazing build, and of course I will link all the builds and tutorials that I use in the description below, so that way you too can use these in your own Minecraft world. I like that layout. That's a nice layout. I don't know why I said it like that, but I did it, and I just stuck with it. But yeah, that's the layout of the river. I just noticed that for a majority of this video, I started my recordings during sunset, but that's okay. Anyway, so the river's done now, and it's looking pretty good. The sides are in desperate need of decoration, but for now, this is what we got. I think it looks pretty natural. I think it looks good. Now, we've just got to add our boats right in here somewhere. Also, if you're wondering what that is going to be where a custom tree goes. Excuse me while I backstroke for a second. And it's going to be traveling, so instead of using campfires like we did over there, I'm going to be using glass in the future to make it look like smoke is billowing out of this thing's chimney and like it is moving. So yeah, that is the plan. Alright, and we are done with this episode. Of course, there's some more work I want to do. Hang on, wandering trader. Of course, there's some more work I want to do in this area before we can move on to the fishing village in the next episode. But this episode is already really long. So before we start building the fishing village in the next episode, we're going to build up some connections from spawn to the starter base finally. And we're also going to build up something at spawn. Something like a shelter, or I don't know, something that'll help me get back to the point where I died. And also conceal this nether portal better, rather than just having it here. It doesn't look like much, but it is a lot. We got boats in every single port. We've got a buoy out there. We've got wagons, we've got paths, and we've even started on bridging the gap between bases by building a completely new base in between. We're making progress towards that base in between, but you get what I'm saying. And look, with that boat just being there, it's so much. It just brings so much life to this. Like, oh, this guy just came from here and now he's traveling down here back to wherever he came from. I wonder where he came from. So you fly down here to see what's going on. And even this boat has something different with it. It's got oars instead. It doesn't look like much at all, but it's a lot. This is making steps towards what I want, and I think that's great. Also, I have a question. Just one I want to ask real quick. How many of you have noticed that is there and not told me? There's a whole village up on this mountain. My tools are damaged. I've got to go repair them at the gold farm. And with that being said, it's been a very, very productive episode. So I just want to say, ouch. Not that. Broke my ankles, don't mind me. Thank you all very much for watching this video. If you did like the video, be sure to leave a like if you want to. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Once your Creeperplanks go to 1, we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Swear, half the time I do my outro, it's like I'm speaking a foreign language.